Hey everybody, Paint Marine here. So today I'll be doing a kind of a unboxing video as well as I don't know, an opinion video, I suppose you could say, covering my opinions and thoughts on why you should pre-order models coming out from either GW or Forge World. And like I said, I'll go into more as to why I'm even bringing up that subject. But so for the model showcase or unboxing, I'll be unboxing the new Forge World Tiger Shark, Tau Tiger Shark. So it's the new remodeled, re-envisioned version of the Tiger Shark. So we'll do that, and yeah, I'll start off with real quick these cool. I don't know if it'll focus in on them better if I get out of the frame, but these cool little pilot models that came, or ground crew, I guess you could say, models that came with the set. Now they used to sell these guys separate. A lot of the older Forge World Tau models they had have been discontinued, taken off. Like, you know, the biggest thing, like the crew models they had, like the Narlax and stuff, were awesome. They had like these ground crew pilot types, which those ones are nice, but I kind of wish, I really liked the one, he had an actual like kind of a helmet, so it looked kind of like it was like a very sleeker, slim, and even more so than already the like the Fire Warrior helmet. It was just, yeah, it was just kind of like this kind of, I don't know, rounded mask, and then it had like an eye piece, and that was it. It was cool though. And then there was like another one that had like a pilot, and he had like a little pilot pistol, and he was just like posed with it up in the air, like, you know, which I thought that was pretty neat. But those are the ones they got as like a free gift for ordering or pre-ordering the new Tiger Shark. So I don't believe they're available anymore if you were to buy the Tiger Shark. But it was a cool little thing. So before we get into the unboxing, my quick little overview or spiel, soapbox, whatever, about why do I think that there's a benefit to pre-ordering models? Because you could always argue like why am I pre-ordering a model? You know, when it's going to be there for a while, so why do I need to rush to get it now? Of course, you know, like anything, finances, things like that could prevent you from doing a pre-order and stuff, because sometimes things are just coming out so fast you can't keep up financially. I know that sometimes has been the case with myself, you know, having a family and everything. Like, you can't, you know, just spend all your money on buying models, of course. Plus just other expenses. Even people without families we all have bills. So yeah, so yeah, I kind of have to pick and choose, like, when pre-orders and stuff come out. Like, now books and stuff, I don't necessarily pre-order books and things like that, because I mean, like the whole reason why I pre-order models is it comes down to the quality of the new sculpts as far as the production quality. Like books, like their production quality doesn't really change, so I don't need to worry about getting an earlier copy of a book, because like it's not going to necessarily degrade in a way over time. And what I mean by that is the molds they use, like as they make more and more of a model, you'll start to see more and more kind of issues with some of the things. Like on the Games Workshop side of the house, mold lines, like, they get worse as the mold gets older. Now, that's not a huge thing, and it's easy to take care of, but it can be tedious and time consuming, and sometimes those mold lines can be pretty significant, or they get, like, all of a sudden, like, as the mold gets older, it's like the model has them all over the place, and it just gets so tedious, because now you're doing, you know, 10 Space Marines or 12 Fire Warrior, whatever, and it's just like, ugh. And so I found, at least for both, but for the GW side, that when I pre-order and I get like a new release thing, like recently with like the Primaris Marines with these new releases, those models, the mold lines like are very faint, to where it's just a quick little whatever to pretty much non-existent on a lot of them, which makes it just so much easier modeling, painting wise, where it's just a step you don't have to worry about. Now, over time, as they keep producing these, like those mold lines will start to get worse and whatever. Like you'll still be able to take care of them, but it's something if I don't have to, I wouldn't like to. So Forge World side of the house, why Preorder? It's the same thing, but I feel like even more so because with the way the resin and their models come out, sometimes it's not as easy as just I'm gonna take my edge of my hobby knife and just scrape off a mold line. Like there can be some significant work sometimes that you have to do to shave down the resin when it doesn't line up quite right. So now you have like this large gap, and you have to get green stuff and fill that in and smooth it out and get it to match. And a lot of times Forge World is really good, or in GW in general, are really good with their customer service. And a lot of times you've heard of people sending complaints, sending pictures, and then they'll sometimes just send them a whole new model. Recently, actually, I've only started hearing that they'll send just a brand new part versus the whole model. I don't know. Maybe it depends on what customer service rep you get. But for a while, all I was hearing is like you get a whole new model. Now I'm sure there are people that were probably abusing that process, and everyone always takes advantage when they can. I sound like a pessimist or realist, but what's the difference, right? But yeah, so I don't know if that's why there's been a change in just going to replacing the part, which that makes more sense honestly. But people are like, oh well, they sent me a whole new model, and yet I can fix this with green stuff and a little bit of work, and hey, now I've got two. But anyway, so that's why I like getting the newer, like the first. It's kind of like a first print of a book, like getting a first a first pour, whatever you call them, mold of a model. So we'll roll into the unboxing of the Tiger Shark, and you'll see, like I opened it up a little bit, kind of looked at some of the parts, and then I was like, oh, you know what? This could be a good video because it is so crisp. There are a few minor things, but I can tell like those few minor things like could potentially be things that are going to get worse over time. And sometimes there will just be times where like maybe the mold, when they put the pieces together, doesn't sit right, or something gets off kilter, and then you get like something really messed up. But yeah, so we'll roll into that and kind of inspect some of the parts a little bit more, and you'll see what I'm talking about. Like it's just I'm very happy with it. This is this is actually my first Tau Forge World model I've gotten. I've gotten plenty of things from Forge World before, but never any Tau stuff, and I kind of like kick myself because I wasn't as big of a Tau player when I first got started, and I've always loved the look of the models. Like it's just a little bit different than the grim dark that we see, and just I like how just insanely alien they are as far as like their technology stuff, because obviously you have the Tyranids and the other, which I really love their aesthetic as well and how alien and different they are. But I was also, maybe it's because I was a big Protoss player in StarCraft back in the day, and I kind of like how they had that aesthetic to it as well. And have you seen on my page, I've painted them in the kind of that purple Covenant colors, because I kind of like had that kind of idea of doing the theme of my sept being in the Covenant colors. But yeah, so this is my actual first Forge World model. They had a lot of great stuff, which I'm seeing some cool conversions of now. Like I really am sad that I missed out on getting an Orca when it was available. That was a cool like transport. It could carry like 65 Fire Warriors and drones as well, and yeah, just a cool transport, just massive. And yeah, that was one thing I wish I would have been able to get. But yeah, so very interested in getting this guy put together, and I'm still trying in my head think like, how am I going to paint this? Like it's going to be kind of a challenge just because of its size to get a nice even purple color to match the army. But I'm up to the challenge. I'm looking forward to it. So, all right, I'll see you back here in a minute, and we'll do the unboxing. All right, welcome back. So, the Tiger Shark. I'll open this up here. All right, so really like how they've redone this. They've added a lot of modularity to it, as in they've actually got slots where you can put your magnets in, so you can change out weapons and stuff, which was like a huge thing. I was like, you know what, I really like this. Plus, I mean, getting the extra little ground crew was a nice little touch, but I wouldn't say I spent this kind of money just to get some ground crew. But yeah, so I really like how they've added that. So this first box here looks like we've got a lot of the different weapon systems. They got like the I think it's the heavy yield burst cannon, some smart missiles. There's the rail rifles, some undercarriage coverage. As you can see, there's little these slots here where I'm pretty sure that's made for magnets, where you can make the underside either have the covers on it, or you can have like the exposed missiles, like they're about to roll out and then shoot. Yeah, and then here's that ion. I can't remember what it's called. The ion blaster or something now. Anyway, there's that. And here it looks like we've got a lot of the some of the drone kind of parts, some of the landing gear, some antenna. So yeah, more like the the wing slung drone gun, ion weapons and such. So it looks like some more missiles, which have these little holes on them. Looks perfect for magnets. So awesome. So not only can you make it modular, but as you shoot like your Spartan missiles, you can take them off to keep track of how many missiles you have left, which is awesome. So next we have the right wing side. So as you can see, that nice crisp detail, just wonderful. Now I noticed, yeah, you can kind of see, I don't know if it's focusing good there. Yeah, you can kind of see here, there's a little bit to work on there. There's a little unevenness, but you know, a little bit. It looks like some bubbles maybe at the tip here. I don't know if you can, if I turn it this way, you can kind of see. But yeah, minor, really minor. But otherwise, everything else is smooth, crisp, just awesome. Yep, so here's the other wing, the left side. So again, very nice, crisp detail. Looks great. This one does not have the same issue over here. It's nice and smooth, no bubbles up and through here. Just everything looks really great. And then here's the main body. You know, so you have the main cockpit and engine intakes, all that. You know, really great. Again, just the detail on this thing. I can't, like, it's so nice and crisp. Looks great. It's good weight to it. Definitely could break a window. So here's the underside, and again, you can see all those wonderful spots for magnets. Here's where the main guns go, so magnets, nice large magnets to magnetize them. And then the flying base slot, which, you know, traditional flying base stand. One thing though is it's definitely not a regular size flying base. Let me see if I have a regular one here. I've got my box of bases here. Let me see. Yeah, I've got an oval here. So this is kind of what we're normally used to seeing for a flying base. So as you can see, I mean, that's a significantly bigger base. I think this might be the same size that they give you with the Talnar Supremacy suit from Forge World. I'm not sure though, as I do not own one. Definitely would love to get one. I'm kind of been talking to somebody, but I don't know. It's already built, so we'll see. But anyway, back on track. So definitely a larger base, but this is a very large aircraft. Then we have the instructions. Of course, you got to know how to put it together. It seems pretty straightforward, but you know, very nice instructions. We got some color-coded stuff, so you can kind of easier to follow along than necessarily in the past. But yeah, it looks really, really awesome. Yeah, all the engines. Look at all this right here. This is just all those parts. That is a lot. That's just magnificent. I just can't. It's got, it looks like up to, well, it says 52 is the number down here, but a lot of these say like burst cannon ×2, turret top ×2. So 52 different, I'll say types of parts, but definitely more than 52 pieces, which is just awesome. I can't wait to get this thing put together and start painting it. The only other thing is of course, the checked by, the inspection seal of approval, and just the tips and tools on how to work with resin, guide to building resin models. So yeah. So then let me put this away real quick. I'll put this down. So just to get a quick kind of idea here, just gonna kind of see here. If I put the wings and everything before I even cut anything out, like there we go. That's it right there. I don't know if you can really let me move this, maybe. Nice size to it. You can kind of see like the Marines and the Eldar I got in the background, or the Harlequins, but the size of it in comparison, it's just great. It's just awesome. So, alright, well, thanks for watching. Definitely can't wait to get this thing put together and start painting it, so I look forward to sharing the progression of getting this thing going. Alright, so until next time.